We're Qduku. We're an educational software company, and we're focused on the touch mobile platform market that is, we feel, exploding, and we see the convergence of the high educational costs and the low-cost touch platforms created a huge opportunity based on our research that when you implement touch, kinetic aspect into training, that you get a 30% increase in learning and retention and a faster way of learning. What we chose to do is start off with an application that would, in the word space, as far as we went with the fact that there's 750 million people that speak English. Google says there's 1 million words in the English language. The average educated person knows about 20,000. What we see is that learning process of building your vocabulary starts at age 6 and goes on for the rest of your life. We started off with a game that is in a very popular space, and we're excited to show it to you.
Next slide. So the market size for educational games is large, and the particular segment that we're looking at, we're thinking about parents, children, and homeschool as a market. So starting out with a small app aimed at individual users, and after that has taken off, marketing something to school districts, seeing as the iPads are being used in schools a lot now, and so that is the interface we're doing. And also making a platform so that they can use their customized vocabulary lists as they're using in the classroom. Okay, and so the problem, we want to give people a chance to practice vocabulary and to do it in an engaging, tactile, interactive way. And once again, it can be used anywhere, use word lists and engaging rewards as our demonstration of our product here. That's you. So we have our crow, who I believe we named Q, both for the Q in Qduku and as a Q.
So Mike is demonstrating the game for you. You can see that by selecting, based on the definition, if you select the right response, then you get some coins. If you select the wrong response, the word disappears, and you get fewer coins when you finally get the right response. And you can see the number of coins that you've earned here. So there's a reward for doing well. There's, and this will end after 10 coins, right?
And so in the design, there are several stages. So this is kind of a learning stage where they get the opportunity to try again. There was also another stage where it's a test. So they get one try.
So this version, our alpha version of the game, has a look and feel that's very comfortable for young children and definitions that are appropriate for young children and words from that. We envision having a much richer set of options, some of which will be self-designed by the customer, but others which we will develop and sell at a higher price. For instance, one customer market would be people who are foreign language, English language learners who are preparing for the TOEFL. Another one might be pharmacists and other medical-related students and professionals who need to come up to speed on a large technical vocabulary. Can we get back to the So we have developed, is this where we are? So why it's, okay. We're out of time for our presentation.
Maybe you were stuck on time, but the business model, the money side of it?
Right. We're going to provide apps initially for children and parents with trying to contact the customers through app stores, web, Facebook. We're going to provide the first level of the apps free, and then for each level upgrade, 99 cents per download. Hopefully we'll get a large market for this. The current apps are not either engaging or multi-platform, or they have much less content available than we can provide. The next path to markets would be customizable version to educators. We could sell to school districts or have an Indiegogo where parents can make donations to support their schools to bring the technology to their favorite school. And the price point for that would be $1 per student per year, or $1,000 for 1,000 students.
So the alpha version showed the definitions of words in a very concrete and definitive kind of setting. How do you handle contextual sensitivity? Is there a plan to look at that in a context of a sentence or in usage?
Do you want to answer that?
Currently, we're not thinking about doing in the context of the sentence. One thing that we would like to add is audio so that it can be used to test the vocabulary, the level, as opposed to the reading level. So that's where we're thinking of going with that.
I think the time limitations forced us to keep our what we could do in this weekend very targeted, and so with that respect, we had a lot. We built the size of database that the time allowed us to build and access.
So it looks like from the demo, it was targeted at maybe like the 4 to 6-year-old kids. Is that right?
We researched first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade reading levels. So I believe we used first grade, first grade list for this particular demo.
Okay, and so you would produce these games.
We would produce different animations and graphics and backgrounds that would appeal to the different market segments, and we would allow people to customize for a fee, of course, by loading in their own word lists and selecting their animations backgrounds from our what we've developed.
Right. I mean, it seems like there's some, are you familiar with the Khan Academy and what they're doing?
Right. Yes.
So, I mean, they've got like a huge amount of content. So, I mean, how?
It's not interactive though. It's not tactile, and that's the difference. And when you look at what you gain by just having a video and then go in and contrast that, we did some work. I did some work in virtual chemistry labs. And what we found when they just watched the video of a chemistry lab, we almost got no increase in performance and learning. But when we did a simulation and tactically moved around and did that, we got a 30% increase in learning. And that's the difference between just watching videos of somebody doing something and actually doing it kinetically, and that's where you get the benefit and the bang.
Okay. And final question, I'll hand off the mic. What have you done to sort of validate? I mean, school districts are under massive financial pressure, so it just seems like getting this kind of a budget approval is going to be tough. So
there's a lot of revenue models here that we didn't have time to really explore. One of the things that we really want to be doing is also gathering analytics on the words that we're testing people on. And what we really want to see is how many words people know. And we've got a segment where we'll be adding demographics, where we're collecting demographics on our customers. And what we want to do is be able to both tell them how they rank. How many words do you know? And how many can you improve by utilizing our software? Also, how could we market that, that knowledge about the readability of a piece to advertisers and potential
To answer your direct question, the concept of buying it for the school districts came from a member of the Corvallis School District Board with whom we discussed it this weekend.
How are you going to populate different levels of the child's game, and what's it going to cost you to do that?
We're going to, part of the process will be to find education content providers who have content that they're willing to license to us and have a revenue sharing model.